and close one eye, and if I can cover up that whole bison with my thumb, then I'm probably far enough away. We also have one of my favorite animals. We've got bears here in Yellowstone. So there's two different kinds of bears. There's black bears and there's grizzly bears who live here. Now, I have a question for you. Is it true or false that black bears are always black? Grizzly bears are always brown. True or false?
False.
True.
False.
True.
Ooh, some disagreement. It's actually false. These bears can be any color. So when you think about all of the colors of hair that humans have, bears can have all of those same colors. They can have black hair, brown hair, blonde hair, red hair. When they get older, they can even start to have some gray or white hair. So these bears, you can't tell the difference just by their colors. The best way is by their shape. So you can see the black bear has a sharp nose right here, and its back side is much taller than its shoulders. The grizzly bear is a little different. Its face is much more dish-shaped, and its shoulders have a big bump right here. So its shoulders are higher than its backside. So that would be a great way to tell the difference between the bears. Would you like to see a bear paw?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, so here's a bear's paw, and you can see that it's very similar to our hands. It's got those 5 different toes, and then it's got those nice claws right here that are good for digging up the ground so that they can find food. Bears love to eat both meat and plants. One of their favorite things is to take those claws and to dig at a log and eat all of the bugs that are inside. Do you like to eat bugs?
No.
Yeah, they're very good for you. They're very nutritious for the bears. Let's see. We have these animals here.
Yes.
Those are called elk. And on top of their heads are gigantic antlers. Antlers are bone material, just like we have on the inside. And I have a set that I use are gigantic. How would you like to have 2 of these on your head and carry them around every day? These are probably, maybe 5 or 7 kilos. Let's see, we've got different sorts of birds here. I like this bird.
Wow.
Yeah. This is a bald eagle, and those birds like to hunt for fish. So if you were visiting Yellowstone Lake, or maybe even the canyon, which has that waterfall going over it, those birds might be flying around looking for fish to eat. Yeah. Let's see. Oh, I know what to show you. We talked about the bears, and I wondered if you wanted to see a bear's skull. So these bears have a lot of clues in their mouth about what they eat. So if you open right on up here, you can see that there are different kinds of teeth inside of a bear's skull. So it's got those front ones right here that are sort of flat, just like ours are. And those help us bite things like maybe a carrot or an apple. And so those clip off some of the food. And then they have these right here that help rip apart meat. So maybe you have eaten some meat, and if it's a tough piece of meat, maybe you take a bite of it by going to the side of your mouth and using your sharp teeth right here. So bears have those as well. And then right in the back here, you can see they've got the same flat teeth that we do to help chew and to grind all of that food. So from a bear's skull, you can actually tell quite a lot of information. You can tell that it eats meat and plants, and that it might even spend some time with other plants kind of clipping them or cutting them to be able to chew them. Right. What else do you think you would like to know about Yellowstone?
How many species are there in Yellowstone?
Oh my goodness, are you ready? There are about 67 kinds of mammals. There are 285 kinds of birds. There are about 16 kinds of fish. There's, 5 kinds of amphibians and 5 kinds of reptiles. There are a ton of animals here.
If there is an accident in the park and an animal attacks a human, do you carry around a weapon or something? How can you prevent that? Can you shoot an animal? Can you do anything about it?
Oh, I see. You may not shoot an animal in the park. You may not shoot a gun in the park. So when you are visiting here, you must use good judgment. So you must be very careful when you are here. And one of the best ways to be careful is to give animals their distance. Sometimes people get very excited. They might see an elk like this and hope to take a picture of it. And so they run up very close to it, and the elk feels threatened. And that's when accidents happen. So the most important thing here is to keep a good distance between you and other animals. When you are walking in the park and you might encounter a bear, sometimes you can't see the bear around curves in the trail. So what you can do is make some noise. I always tell people to make just a little noise while they're out. So you can clap your hands, you can sing, and it doesn't even matter if you sing badly, just so that you can make some noise that the bear can hear you coming and decide that you are not how it wants to spend its afternoon. So it can run away when it hears you coming. Other times, people, if things go very badly and you surprise a bear and it starts to run towards you, some people carry a special spray in a can, and they might keep it down here, and it has a very strong pepper in it, and it irritates the bear's nose and eyes. So it's even worse than when you are slicing an onion, and it makes your eyes cry very hard. Yeah.
Do you have any kind of...
Yeah.
Yeah.
There are many places to stay in Yellowstone. There are some hotels in the park, and then other people choose to camp in a tent in the park. So there's lots of chances to stay inside or even nearby outside. Thank you for letting me visit your classroom tonight. I hope I will get to see all of you in person in Yellowstone sometime very soon. Start planning your vacations. All right, we'll see you next time. Thanks you, everybody.